Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, aka Mazuma TV, back at y'all with another live, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive day. Or at least productive night. I'm back at y'all with another live because there is things that need to be discussed that's currently going on with the boxing world, man. We're going to speak about Shakur Stevenson versus William Zepeda being ordered by the WBC, and we'll be going into a purse bid August 20th, along with Andre Ward and Terence Crawford sparring in the lead up to Terence Crawford's fight against Israel Madrimov August 3rd, man, and one of the best cards that's going to be happening this year, man. But before we get into that, I'm going to let a few more people get in here, man. Hit the like button as soon as you come in. Mazuma TV is at y'all with another live. You see what I mean? I had a great day at the gym today, man. It was about 96 degrees here in Philly. So inside the gym, it had to be every bit. It had to be like every bit of like 102, 103 degrees. Everybody came in, they put their work in, they getting ready for their fights. And even if they don't have a fight, they still coming in and putting work, man. It made me really proud of my stable. And just let me know that they trying to get it by any means necessary. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people who, would prefer to stay in the crib, stay under the AC and just avoid the heat. But, they live in the heat. They train in the heat on some Teddy Atlas shit, man. They are firemen. So shout out to the fucking mob for coming through and putting in that work despite the terrible heat conditions that we currently got going on in Philadelphia. You know what I mean? So hot that it was like a severe thunderstorm that just happened out here. And that shit was pretty brutal. I mean, I got in the crib right before the storm took off. You know what I mean? Thank God, because I had my son in my arms. You feel what I mean? So that's pretty much how my day was, man. I hope everybody's day went well. You know what I mean? As soon as y'all come in, y'all hit that like button, man. Show support. We at that 2,100 mark for the time being. You know what I mean? We got some haters on here that, unsubscribe because they don't want to see me hit that milestone. But like I said, man, it's really hard to stop what's already in motion, man. This shit is destined. I'm putting in the work. So, it's bound to pay off. You know what I mean? So we on the road to 3K. We hit that 2,100 mark, 900 more subscribers. And we going to get ultimately where we need to go, man. And I'm very appreciative for everybody that's been coming through, showing love and all that good shit, man. Shout out to my boy Jibo with the first comment of the day, man. What's going on, my brother? He says, salute, Mark. In the nation, we out here. Yeah, for sure. I mean, ain't no doubt about that, my brother. Thank you very much for the love, the consistency. You know what I mean? We definitely going to get into some things, man. I got a crazy phone call, man. The boxing world is a really small world for those of y'all who don't know or aren't really involved in it. And my dad had gotten a phone call from one of the biggest boxing trainers in the boxing world right now. And how the way it's looking right now, it seems like, you know what I mean, Mazuma TV going to be out in Baltimore, you know what I mean, linking up with some of the biggest people in the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to say too much, but Baltimore just gives it. You already get the idea from just saying Baltimore. You know what I mean? Ain't too much to dig into. Shout out to MB26. He says, face cam Mark is back. Love to see it. Yeah, man, I had to put my face back on the camera, man. I feel like when I was off the camera, people wasn't really taking me serious all like that. You know what I mean? And I already know they're not sending out my post notifications, so it is what it is, man. What can I do? What can I say? You feel what I'm saying? But like I said, we're going to speak about Shakur Stevenson and William Zepeda purse bid coming up on August 20th and exactly what I believe is going to transpire from that situation. And we're going to speak about Andre Ward and Terence Crawford sparring, man. Shout out to my boy Ralph, one of the moderators in the building. What's going on? You know what I mean? MB26 says, no way you was meeting the one I'm thinking, bro. Yeah, absolutely, bro. It's definitely going to be in motion. And you know what I mean? If everything goes well, you know what I mean? You might see Mazuma TV, you know what I mean, out there and be more chilling with them guys. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to the boy Coffee Plant. He said, West Philly in the building. What's up, Mark? What's going on, my brother? What's good? I'm still waiting for you to take that trip over to Pivot, man. You saying West Philly, man, you need to come to North and show some love, man. What's up? You know what I'm saying? You got to come through, be like, yo, it's Coffee Plant, man. What's going on? You got to catch me in action. You got to see the other side of me, my brother. You got to see how the way we be getting down at Pivot. You know what I'm saying? How the hard work, man. You got to come through and see what we got going on. It's a beautiful atmosphere in there. I mean, you missing out on something. You missing out on a dope experience, man. But anyways, man, like I said, hit the like button as soon as you come in. We got 7 people with 7 likes. I'm very appreciative of that. You know what I mean? Okay, you got family in North. That's what's up. That's where I grew up at, man. Where my boxing gym is at, I grew up 2 blocks away from there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's on 6th and Somerset. I grew up on 7th and Cambridge, which is literally 1 block over and 1 block down. You feel what I'm saying? So that's my neighborhood. That's where I grew up. I never moved when I was a kid. I lived in the same house my whole life from when I was a newborn all the way to when I moved out when I was like 23, 24. You know what I'm saying? So North, that's just embedded in me. And I currently live in North Philly right now, a little bit further away from where I grew up, but I'm still like, I'm nearby. You know what I'm saying? Before that, I was living like up in the suburbs and shit like that. I moved back down, and that's pretty much what I got going on. You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah, Glizzy, what up? What up? He said, talk to me. You talk to me, man. What's going on? What you got going on? You a little bit of a headache though, my brother. I'm gonna keep my eye on you. You a little bit of a headache. You like to play devil's advocate a lot. You be on some contrarian shit. But I'm gonna let that slide. I'm gonna let that slide, but I'm gonna keep my eye on you, man. I don't want to have my guys hit you with the wrench, you know what I'm saying? But you be making shit a little bit, you know what I mean? You be doing a little bit too much on here. You feel what I mean? Shout out to my boy Jibo. MB26 said, am I welcome in Philly? Man, can't nobody stop you from coming to Philly if you want to go, man. It ain't like we telling you it's a no-fly zone, man. I ain't even on that street gangster type shit. I can't tell a nigga to not come over here. You know what I mean? If we got problems, it's best not to run into me, but I can't tell you to not come over here. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, man, anybody's welcome to Philly. I can't tell nobody to not come here. You feel me? I don't even know who you are in reality, so ain't no way for me to even know who the hell you is if I was to run into you anyway. You see what I'm saying? He said, oh, okay, fire. Yeah, for sure. Gotta check out your joint in North. Y'all be doing y'all thing for sure, man. We got some fight days coming up. We gotta go up to Harrisburg, July 27th. Then we gonna have to I think August 3rd, we gotta slide over to Baltimore. It's a lot going on, man. Hopefully everything goes well. There's no cancellations or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. Shout out to my boy Ralph. He said, is just like you said. Zepeda posted on his story about a fight between him and Shakur. Zepeda seemed like he wanted to smoke, but De La Hoya and his team doesn't. Well, let's speak about that, man. We got a few people in here. It is what it is. More people won't come as, we continue cooking and shit like that. It is what it is. If they miss out, they just go ahead to rewind it back. What the fuck? He said, that's crazy, Mark. We talk the most out of all these dudes. It's okay, though. Yo, bro, I got a strange suspicion that this person, right, and I've been saying this for a very long time, I feel like this person is somebody that I know personally and they hiding behind a fake account. That's my suspicion. You know what I mean? He says little shit sometimes that gives me that idea. I don't know if I'm being paranoid. I don't know if I'm tripping. I don't know if that's my hood instincts, just like making me second guess shit. I don't know, but it's something about this individual. Pray to God, and I've been saying this shit for a while. Pray to God I don't find out who you are. And pray to God that I don't find out that you somebody close to me. Because if you is, I might catch my first case, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I don't even play with y'all fucking I don't even play with y'all catfish people like that. Y'all yeah, I don't know. But anyways, let's speak about exactly what's going on right now, man. So obviously, Shakur Stevenson just came off of a victory not too long ago against Artem Harutyunyan. William Zepeda just came off of a stoppage victory. I think it was like a 3rd round stoppage against Giovanni Cabrera. I believe that was his name. Forgive me if I said his name wrong or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? And, obviously both of these guys are top guys in the division, but they're on totally opposite sides of the spectrum. Shakur Stevenson is the WBC lightweight champion of the world. But William Zepeda is like the #1 contender for Shakur Stevenson's WBC title. You know what I mean? And according to Oscar De La Hoya, William Zepeda is ranked in every sanctioning body in the lightweight division, which is a great thing because, that means that he has options. And in a way, I guess you could say that he has power because he could literally go in whichever direction he chooses, whether it's the tough route with Shakur Stevenson or maybe, some of the easier routes like, Barancek. You know what I'm saying? If you consider him the weak link of the division. You feel what I'm saying? Because when you look over all of the champions, you got Gervonta Davis, you got Vasyl Lomachenko, you got Shakur Stevenson, and then you got Barancek. So I think, based off of all of the talent, amongst the champions, I think it's safe to assume that Barancek is the weakest link out of all of them. You know what I mean? And that's what I heard. Coach Panda and them say that's the route that they wanted to pursue. I even heard them mention Lomachenko, but for some reason they've been acting very scary when Shakur Stevenson name is brought up. And like I said, if you watch the Mill City interviews with Coach Panda when he's speaking about the idea of Zepeda and Shakur fighting, he doesn't seem too optimistic about making that fight happen. It seems like he wants to resort to different routes. You know what I'm saying? And you feel what I mean? He just not confident when Shakur Stevenson's name is brought up, man. You can just tell by the word choice, and he's very careful in what he says in regards to Shakur Stevenson. Now, I was already suspicious of that way before they even called for that fight to happen. You know what I mean? It sounded like there was some duck sauce. It smelled like it was some duck sauce in the air. So I just left that shit alone completely. You see what I mean? But, Oscar De La Hoya pretty much confirmed all of my suspicions, because ever since, Zepeda has been on the come up, and, they've been associating Zepeda's name with Shakur Stevenson. Oscar De La Hoya been running his mouth. You know what I mean? He's been running his mouth, just trying to promote and do what he do, as he should. You know what I mean? That's part of his job. I'm not going to sit here and clown him for that. Promoters are supposed to promote, and part of promoting is, stirring up the pot, talking shit, instigating. That's what they do. Don King made a living off of that. Like I said, Bob Arum be talking this shit here and there. You feel what I mean? It's just that's what promoters do. So I'm not knocking them for that. However, I don't like it when promoters talk crazy, and then when offers or contracts get put on the table, all of a sudden they want to backtrack and act like, that's not the fight that they want. You see what I mean? That's something that really bothers me as a promoter. If you're going to talk shit and act like your fighters is shit and that they're ready for certain guys, when they get presented with those certain guys, you should be ready to step up to the table and take up them challenges. I don't like the throwing rocks and then hiding your hand when motherfuckers start looking around type shit. I don't respect that at all. And that's exactly what Oscar De La Hoya is doing. You see what I mean? Because since, Shakur Stevenson has been optimistic about fighting William Zepeda, and, the media has been talking about it and stuff like that, Oscar De La Hoya came out and said that, Shakur Stevenson isn't going to get a William Zepeda fight unless he signs with Golden Boy Promotions. Now, that's very telling to me. I don't know exactly how you guys take it, but that lets me know that he doesn't believe in William Zepeda's abilities and beating Shakur Stevenson at all. Because if he was so sure that William Zepeda would beat Shakur Stevenson, then he wouldn't even be looking to sign Shakur Stevenson, because, after, William Zepeda, because if he feels like he has like the top dog, or he has the guy who he believes is going to come out victorious, then there's no need to sign Shakur Stevenson. You know what I mean? Because he already got the winner in his stable. Why would he have to sign Shakur Stevenson? You feel what I mean? So it just lets me know that you ain't about to cash out. You're not about to get a W and come up off of my guy unless you sign with me, because if you sign with me, I'm going to benefit either way. If Shakur wins, he's a part of my stable. I ain't tripping. If William Zepeda wins, I ain't tripping. He a part of my stable. You know what I mean? So it's a win-win thing. You see what I mean? So obviously, the only way he going to sacrifice William Zepeda to Shakur is if Shakur becomes a Golden Boy fighter. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, this dude MB is fucking messy, bro. You are messy, bro. For sure. I'm gonna let that shit slide though, because I don't got no problem with Shorty. You feel me? But anyways, shout out to my boy Stop Motion MMA. He says salute to the leader of the nation. Shout out to my boy Stop Motion MMA, man. One of my most consistent supporters, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna start setting up memberships for the channel. I actually haven't done that in the while, man. You know what I mean? I'm gonna start doing like, member tiers and shit like that. So if you guys really support the channel and want to contribute to the channel for the long-term goals that I got set up on here, then you know what I mean? Show love. You know what I mean? Let's do it. Let's get into it. You feel what I mean? But anyway, that's a totally different conversation that will be talked about, later on. But like I was saying, man, Golden Boy Promotions don't believe in William Zepeda. Coach Panda don't believe in William Zepeda. It seems like the only person that believes in William Zepeda is William Zepeda. So how can he go about this? Well, he has two avenues. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously, contrary to popular belief, the fighter is the boss. You know what I mean? The fighter is the boss. And if the fighter not fighting, the promoter's not getting paid. You know what I mean? They're the ones who, keep the ship running. And these promotional companies, they're the one who keeps the lights on in these promotional companies' offices. So, William Zepeda could be very headstrong with this situation and be like, yo, I'm not fighting nobody else. I'm not getting in the ring. The only person that I want to face is Shakur Stevenson. So make that fucking fight happen. If he takes that approach with Oscar De La Hoya, you know, the relationship might get strained between the two because Oscar De La Hoya is somebody that, you know, likes to go about his things his own way. He doesn't really like to listen to others. You know, Oscar De La Hoya is an arrogant person like that, where he feels like he knows what's best. You know what I mean? He wants to continue milking his fighters, and he wants to take the less risk possible until, you know, the ultimate opportunity is in front of him. Then he catches his fighters out. He's not a fan of cashing out his fighters early. You feel what I mean? So with that being known, you know, it might piss off Oscar De La Hoya, but it might put Oscar De La Hoya in a position where he may have no choice but to make that fight for William Zepeda. So William Zepeda could take that route where, you know, just like Canelo did, you know, when Erislandy Lara got up on that stage and was like, yo, so what's up? Like, you know, congratulations on your win, but what's up with me and you fighting? And, you know, Canelo Alvarez felt so disrespected by Erislandy Lara, he went to Oscar and was like, yo, make this fucking fight happen. Oscar De La Hoya, you know, Golden Boy, they didn't want to make that fight. They felt like that fight was too risky. They didn't want to take the risk with Canelo Alvarez facing Erislandy Lara because it was a tough style. But with, you know, Canelo Alvarez being headstrong, he put Oscar De La Hoya in a position where he had no other choice but to make the fight happen because Canelo didn't want anything else. So Zepeda, you know, he could take that approach. You know, but based off of what I've seen with William Zepeda, it just seems like he's the type of dude that's just following Oscar's lead. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know too much about him. Obviously, I've seen his fights and shit like that. But for the most part, you know, based off of what I've seen, it just seems like he's following Golden Boy's, you know, blueprint. You know what I mean? He's following their guidance. He's okay with, you know, going in the direction that they feel is best. So this most likely will be a situation where, you know, Golden Boy, William Zepeda will walk away from the purse bid between, you know, William Zepeda and Shakur Stevenson, which is supposed to take place August 20th, and most likely they'll have another opponent lined up, and they won't be considering Shakur Stevenson. That's just what I personally believe, just based off of how the way that they move and how the way they acting. You know, Shakur Stevenson is not on the top of their list. You know, they rather just take their time, get some more fights going, fight an easier champion like Barancek, or just continue building their name up so they can add more value to, you know, their stock. You feel what I'm saying? So what I think is personally going to happen, because Michael Benson reported that the WBC, you know, has, you know, put a purse bid out for Shakur versus Zepeda, and they got until August 20th to try to arrange something, or either just pull the fuck out of the fight, because, you know, if not, you know, it's going to be a 70-30 split in favor of Shakur Stevenson, and that's just how they're going to go. You know what I mean? So Zepeda, Golden Boy, they have to make a decision. But either way, you know, with the WBC applying pressure on them, it's like if they don't step up to the plate and accept this challenge from Shakur Stevenson, they're going to look like some scary motherfuckers, bro. Like, they're going to look like some ducks. But the thing is, does Golden Boy and Zepeda really care about that? Do they care about looking like ducks? I don't know, because, you know, there was a point in time where Ryan Garcia at 135 was Devin Haney's mandatory. And they steered away from Devin Haney every moment they got. Every moment they got. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, eventually when, you know, Ryan Garcia was out here just looking for money fights and shit like that, then they settled for the Devin Haney fight. But at 135, when, you know, Ryan Garcia had like the WBC silver and Devin Haney was the full status champion, the WBC was trying to get that fight locked in and make Ryan Garcia the mandatory, but they steered away from that every opportunity they got. For those of y'all who remember, y'all know what it is. You see what I mean? So I think William Zepeda and Golden Boy, they're not going to have any problem with walking away and, you know, fighting a couple more tomato cans until they get the opportunity that they want, which is most likely probably the weakest link in the division, Barancek. But the problem is, you know, I heard an interview from Bob Arum, and Bob Arum told these motherfuckers that, you know, since Shakur Stevenson is going to be walking away from Top Rank, he's not going to be giving them no opportunities with the champions that are within Top Rank. So the Vasyl Lomachenko fight is gone for now, at least. It seems like Gervonta Davis done took that fight over. And the Barancek fight, he said that he might get that opportunity over to Keyshawn Davis. So Keyshawn Davis might intercept that opportunity from William Zepeda. So now what? You see what I mean? It just seems like it's a huge it's going to be difficult for Golden Boy to maneuver around this WBC purse bid. I'm not going to lie to you, because, you know, let's say they looking for the other champions, and them other champions happen to be occupied. Like I said, Gervonta's about to fight Gervonta's about to fight Lomachenko. They saying in November, right? So then, if Bob Arum steps in the way and is like, yo, we going to give Keyshawn that opportunity against Barichek, the end of the year, early next year, then that's only going to leave Shakur Stevenson. So what they going to do? Walk away from the Shakur Stevenson WBC title shot and then go fight another guy who's unranked or somebody who doesn't hold a belt or any type of meaning at all? It's going to look like an absolute duck, and their stock is going to, drop as a result of that because boxing fans are going to bash them for how the way they're moving. So are they willing to deal with their reputation being put down the drain for being ducks in order to, build up a couple more wins and try to come back and hopefully have more value to the table so they can make more money? Or, just praying that another opportunity comes up that they feel like they're in the best opportunity to win? I don't know exactly how they're going to go about that. But if you asking me personally, I don't think William Zepeda is fighting Shakur Stevenson next. I ain't going to lie to you. I'll be highly surprised if Golden Boy changes their mind and, allows and gives Zepeda the blessings to face Shakur Stevenson next. I don't think that's going to happen because I think stylistically they understand that, Zepeda is going to be outmatched in a sense, man. William Zepeda is a talented dude. You know what I mean? Like I said, he's a come forward, aggressive, high volume power puncher, who goes for the kill. He don't play that shit. He don't play with his food. If he feels like, you ready to go, then he going to step on the gas. He going to do everything he can to get you up out of there. But the problem is with Shakur Stevenson, he's not going to be a sitting duck and allow William Zepeda to get his style off. I think that Shakur Stevenson is going to keep him at a range where, William Zepeda is not going to be able to get his offense off. He's going to be picking him off with, his combination punches. I think he's going to be taking them for walks all around the ring, running them into punches, turning them. I just think that it's going to be a boxing masterpiece. I think it's going to be an absolute schooling. I see William Zepeda being extremely frustrated in there. I see him being very confused in there, not knowing what to do with Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson going to pick him off, man. That's just what I personally think. I think that Shakur Stevenson has seen this style multiple times, probably not with the same power, ferociousness, intensity, but, he's faced pressure fighters in the past and done really well with them. Now, I'm not saying that either of these guys are on William Zepeda's level as of right now. I'm just talking about the stylistic similarities. And when you're talking about guys like, Oscar Valdez, he's a come forward pressure fighter, that has power, similar to William Zepeda. Like I said, I'm not saying that they're on the same level or they have the same abilities. I'm just saying that they share those characteristics in common with being, high volume pressure power punchers. You see what I'm saying? Shakur has seen that time and time again. He knows exactly how to deal with them. And I think that Golden Boy and Coach Panda is aware of that, which is why they're trying to steer William Zepeda in a different direction with a style that might be much easier for them. And to be honest with you, guys like Lomachenko and Barichek, they'll be easier fights for Zepeda stylistically because, these guys like to come forward. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into the comments right now. What is my take on Caleb Plant? I see Caleb Plant has been inactive for a while. I don't think he's fought ever since he's lost to David Benavidez. So, he's taking on a guy who's an undefeated guy. I think his name is like, let me see. Let's check this out real quick. I don't want to mispronounce his name or anything like that. But in the meantime, please hit the like button as soon as you come in. As a matter of fact, my phone about to die. So let's look this up right here. Let me see. Trevor McCumby. I believe that's his name. Trevor McCumby. Now, Trevor McCumby is somebody that's relatively unknown. You know what I'm saying? For the most part. Let's check out Trevor McCumby's box rec to see exactly what he's dealing with because I know that he is an undefeated fighter with a high knockout ratio. So I guess, in the lead up to the fight, they could use that to really get the fight off and make it seem like Caleb Plant is some type of danger. Trevor McCumby, let me share the screen for y'all to understand exactly who he is or just get an idea of who he is, honestly. Trevor McCumby. Here it is right here, y'all. Trevor McCumby, super middleweight, ranked number 6 in the country and 37 in the world. He's 31 years old, 6 foot with a 74-inch reach, so he has a 6'2" reach. You know what I'm saying? He's 28-0 with 21 knockouts. Only 7 people have went the distance with Trevor McCumby. However, as soon as I had seen this right here, I already knew exactly what this was. This is ultimately a tune-up for Caleb Plant. Despite him having losses, he's only lost to elite guys. And, when you look over Trevor McCumby's resume, we can start all the way from the bottom, from the first all the way up to the 28th bout. Oh, actually, hold on. I just seen something right here. What's this about? Hold on. No contest. Ooh, that's interesting right here. What's this about? Because whenever I see no contest, I get extremely concerned. So it says George down twice, McCumby W. His stoppage was changed to a no contest. I want to know exactly what that's about. What's that about? Because usually that means like a failed drug test or something like that. Let's take a look at that real quick. Versus Donovan George. Let's take a look at that. I'm actually intrigued by that. I don't like seeing that. Woo! There it go, y'all. There it go. I told y'all it was something off about that. Hold on, let me share the screen with this. Let me share the screen with this. Hold up. I knew there was some bullshit in the game. So this is the man that ultimately gets an opportunity against a former world champion in Caleb Plant. You know what I mean? Let's check this out right here. As soon as I seen that new contest, I knew there was some bullshit in the game. Y'all check this out right here. If McCumby's name rings a bell, it's likely relates to something that had its genesis on November 26, 2016, when he knocked out Donovan George in the opening round on the card in Las Vegas. The result was changed to a no contest when traces of 2 banned substances were discovered in McCumby's pre-fight urine specimen. Okay, so we got a fucking drug cheat right here. So, I'm glad that he fighting Caleb Plant. You know what I mean? I'm not glad that he got the opportunity, but I'm glad that he's fighting Caleb Plant because he's a drug cheat, and I hope Caleb Plant beats the dog shit out of him, and I hope that Caleb Plant brings that up in the lead up to their fight. I hope he brings up that he's a drug cheat just like he did with Canelo Alvarez, and I hope he stomped this boy because as soon as I seen that no contest, I automatically got concerned. You see what happens, y'all? Y'all see what happens? Y'all see how that shit work? That man is an absolute drug cheat, and he's getting an opportunity against Caleb Plant. So, and it happened to be a first-round knockout. Just got him up out the game, and he's fought as high as light heavyweight. So this is a bigger dude. You know what I mean? But he's ultimately fought nobody. This man has ultimately fought nobody. Let's take a look all the way down. Let me share the screen again. My fault, y'all. Let me bring the box right back around. You know what I mean? I keep exiting out these screens, just a bad habit of mine. And he goes and he has a when you in the building stages of your career, nobody's really focused on records. So debut 0-1, 2-1, 0-2, 1-1, 2-3, pretty normal. But now we get into the point where he's in his 15th fight, and he's still fighting dudes that are 10-4, 10-3, 8-2, fighting dudes with almost 500 records, 19-15, 20-8. At this point, he's still doing 6-rounders. So this just lets you know. And he's been around for a while. Jesus, he's been pro since 2010. So he's almost a 15-year pro, 14-year pro, and he's ultimately fought nobody in the 14 years that he's fought. 19-15, 28-18, 28-11. And then, look at this shit right here, bro. This man is what? 18-0 fighting a 5-1. This is terrible. This is a really bad resume, y'all. This is a really bad resume. You 18-0 fighting a 5-1. 18 bouts against 6 bouts, bro. You literally have triple the fights he has, and you're fighting him. So then he fights somebody with a solid 11-1 record. You know what I mean? These are still 8-rounders. Consistently fighting 8-rounders. And then, he does 2 10-rounders, and all of a sudden, he gets an opportunity against Caleb Plant. You see what I mean? So this man hasn't done any 12-round bouts. He's only got a handful of experience in the 10-round bout range. So, and he's a drug cheat. So this is very interesting. This is very interesting. He had 2 banned substances in his system. So I hope he's taught the ultimate lesson going into this fight with Caleb Plant. I'm glad you brought this up, MB26. I'm glad you brought this up, man. I had no idea that he was a drug cheat, but that was because I didn't know anything about him. But just a simple box rec check, and you see all the bullshit that's going on in his career. So I'm hoping Caleb Plant beats the dog shit out of me. It is what it is. You feel what I'm saying? Exactly what Jibo said. It is what it is. Drug cheat. Okay, Pagapati said Ryan is out there talking shit about Boots on Twitter. I mean, that's the closest he's gonna get to Jaron Ennis. talking shit about him on social media because he definitely ain't gonna fight the motherfucker. So you might as well talk shit about social media because that's the closest you gonna ever get to getting some type of W over him by talking shit on social media platforms. You ain't never gonna get in the ring with no Jaron Ennis. You know what I mean? You see Jaron Ennis getting his, publicity. You see him out here selling 15,000 tickets, you know what I mean, in his hometown. You see him doing this thing. Meanwhile, I ain't never see you sell out no fucking tickets in no Victorville, California, that bum-ass city that you from. They ain't got no motherfucking fighters. You know what I'm saying? You out here looking bad. You out here snorting coke and drinking, checking into rehabs. Your brother getting beat the fuck up by, one of Fernando Vargas' sons and shit like that. You know what I mean? Lifting your little brother up with an uppercut. You know what I mean? Him being helpless on the ropes, getting punched on, and you in the crowd, you know what I'm saying? Clowning your own brother. That's the type dude that you is. You just like to run your mouth. You could tell that Ryan Garcia has never had humble pie on no street shit. He refuses to accept humble pie anyway, because when he got humbled by Gervonta Davis, he never really acknowledged that, he quit or, he lost on some shit. He always talk about how he was drained. You see what I'm saying? So he don't even want to admit to that. But you can tell Ryan ain't never been really checked on no street shit. You can tell that he ain't never been punched on no street shit. You know what I'm saying? But his time coming. Caleb Plant couldn't get close enough to him. I was hoping that Caleb Plant slapped the dog shit out of him like he did Jamal, but I guess that boy Ryan well protected. What can I say? Yeah, he definitely from the suburbs. He made it seem like him and his mom, his parents had it all bad. Like, nigga, stop it. Stop it. I understand he not from the streets, but when you talk personal about motherfuckers and street shit can happen to you. When you run your mouth and it's not about boxing, Caleb Plant threw a drink on his faggot ass. Why do you think that happened? Because he talking shit about people's wives and just being completely disrespectful. And this man has talked crazy and went on a racist rant about black people. So if that could easily translate into some street shit happening. You feel what I'm saying? Some shit outside of the ring happening. Some shit could really happen to Ryan Garcia. You feel what I mean? Ryan said Boots don't sell. Boots sold fucking 14,000 plus tickets in his hometown in his first fight in an arena. He sold out 70% of the Wells Fargo Center in his first fight being there against an opponent that wasn't even like he wasn't a name at all in Philadelphia and still was able to pull that. He did very well in terms of sales, man. You know what I mean? What was Ryan? When has Ryan Garcia ever, besides the Gervonta Davis fight, when has he ever, or the Devin Haney fight, what has he sold? All he's ever brought to the table was social media followers, and they were all 13, 14-year-old little girls and little boys. You see what I'm saying? That looked up to him, that like to see him hit the motherfucking reflex bag. When was Ryan Garcia ever this star? Come on, man. Like Ryan Garcia, they always talk about how he's this huge star. No, y'all want him to be a huge star because y'all infatuated with his looks. But he's not that star that y'all claim him to be, man. What? Man, I ain't even about to get into all that. You know what I'm saying? I heard his tickets were. I heard there was a lot of comp tickets for that Duarte fight. That's what I heard. Them followers don't translate to dollars. What Big Sean said in that song? Well, I think his name was Freddie Gibson. He was like 100. He said $1 million, million followers. Hope that's not the same. It's not the same, bro. Just because you got this many followers don't mean it's going to translate to dollars, man. I'm telling you, it's not. Boxing film took that shit a step. he took that shit a step further. He said, "What looks? Do not even all that. No Diddy though. Let's keep it real." Hey man, I can't tell how the way these commentators be slobbing on that boy. Pause. You would think that motherfucker is like he deserved to be like on World's Sexiest Man or Vogue or some shit like that. Like I don't know, bro. They be really infatuated with this dude. They talk more about his looks than his boxing ability. That lets you know how they feel about him right away. It almost remind me of that time. I think like Anthony Joshua was stepping in the ring with Andy Ruiz, and they was just talking about, oh, he looks like he's carved out of marble. He looks like a Greek god. Look at the body on Anthony Joshua. He has the perfect physique. And I'm like, God damn. Like, yo, like y'all niggas, like y'all all right? Like y'all cool? What's wrong with y'all niggas? Said his tickets were $20 against Fortuna. Hey yo, that's crazy. But that's y'all star. That's y'all star. You know what I'm saying? That's y'all star. Ryan Garcia got a whole lot of balls. Like, pause. He got a whole lot of nerve to be talking crazy about Jaron Ennis. Stop talking about a motherfucker you won't fight. If you ain't willing to fight him, shut the fuck up. Straight like that. You ain't fighting no Jaron Ennis, man. You know you ain't. You know that left hook ain't landing over there. You better hope Jaron Ennis hook don't land. That's what you. That's what you better hope. You know what I mean? We seen smaller dudes crack you, and you know what I'm saying? You falling with your hand behind your back and shit. You falling like them niggas all Family Guy and shit. Hand behind the back, all like this when Luke Campbell cracked your stupid ass. Stop it. He said, I'll tell you what, after this Haney situation, he definitely a draw. I mean, you entitled to your opinion, my brother. Like, I don't know. If you feel like a racist drug cheat is a draw after this fight with Devin Haney, it is what it is. Yeah, Ryan said that he wants to fight at 147, but you know that don't necessarily mean he'll fight Jaron Ennis. Jaron Ennis will make easy work of Ryan Garcia. And I will bet whatever on that. That's an easy fight. That's an easy fight. That fight is getting that's an easy fight. Extremely easy fight. Pro Up Dan says, yo, you seen what Keyshawn said about Abdullah fighting bums? Yeah, man, that was very distasteful, man. I ain't really like that. I think that he allowed the people that was a part of that chat to, like, you know, gaslight him. You know what I mean? I think that he allowed them to spice him up, and he went out of his way to talk crazy about Abdullah. I think one of them said that, I think it was Coach Kenny Ellis said that Abdullah Mason the hottest lightweight in boxing right now, and that's all it took for Keyshawn to switch up on Abdullah and try to discredit him. It's like, bro, you had just went up to him. You know, y'all fought on the same card. You went up to him, man. You patting him on the head and hugging him and shit like that. It's all love, but then you go on live and you talk crazy about Abdullah Mason. Bro, that's corny, bro. Even if that were true that he was fighting blown up 126 dudes, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck that got to do with you? Why are you willing to discredit somebody because somebody has an opinion about somebody else? That's pure hater shit, bro. That's pure hater shit. Like, let's say I got a YouTube channel, right? Let's say I get along with this YouTube channel. Let's say it's whoever, like XYZ TV, right? And you know, I'm showing love to XYZ TV. We collabing on videos, all types of shit. And then out of nowhere, somebody be like, yo, man, XYZ TV, man, they the best boxing channel out right now. And I'm like, yo, man, like, man, stop that shit, man. Like, you know, he get all his ideas from me, man. He be calling me, asking me what videos he should make, man. Man, I'm the one who gave him all his subscribers, man. He ain't what y'all think he is. I would look like a fucking hater, right? Bro, if you confident within yourself, even if somebody else feel like somebody better than you, that shit not gonna rattle you. You know what you're capable of. You know who you are. It is what it is. You see what I mean? It's like it's easy to manipulate people like, you know, Keyshawn. These dudes are very emotional, man. You just tug at their strings a little bit and they show you exactly who they are. So that just let me know that Keyshawn felt the way about Abdullah Mason. He see Abdullah Mason got a lot of momentum. He on the come up, and he low-key feel threatened by that. That's what it let me know. Because if you're not threatened by Abdullah Mason and you really cool with him, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't be going out your way to talk crazy about him like that. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. Like, I wonder how he really feel about Shakur Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? You keep it so cool with Shakur Stevenson. You know what I mean? You ranked in his sanctioning body. You know what I'm saying? But you like, oh, this is my brother, man. I was just hugging his mother the other day, man. Like, it's that deep. Like, it's that deep. Meanwhile, you over here acting like you got a good relationship with Abdullah Mason and you talking crazy about him. I'm trying to tell y'all dudes, everybody, the 15 people that's tuned in right now, watch when I tell you, Shakur Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis, they're not going to be getting along for much longer. Guarantee you. Guarantee you. Specifically, when Keyshawn Davis ends up getting a world title. Let's say he fights Barancek, he defeats Barancek. Once they're both champions in the same division, I guarantee you that there's going to be a lot of emotions stirred up. Shakur Stevenson gonna say some shit. He gonna be looking for smoke with Keyshawn Davis. Keyshawn Davis gonna fill away. They gonna have a huge back and forth. It's currently what's today? It's July 16th. July 16th, 2024. Now, when this shit pop off, I will be screen recording this and posting it on my channel and telling y'all I told y'all so. This is how this shit is gonna work, bro. There's no way that you got two guys who want to be the best in the division. They end up both getting world titles and they stay away from each other. No, they both want each other's jewelry, bro. Trust me. They both want to be the man. That's just how men are. We have testosterone. We got nuts, my nigga. So we want to be the uno. You know what I'm saying? That's why, that's why they went against Jesus. That's why his own people, Jesus' own people went against him, because they wanted to be the number one. They seen that Jesus was that nigga. They wanted to overtake his place. They was hating on him. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way Keyshawn Davis could say that he the best in the division while Shakur holding the belt. There's no way Shakur could say he the best in the division if Keyshawn hold the belt. They're gonna want to prove themselves, and if it happens to be against each other, then so be it. The competitiveness is gonna take over. Their willingness to, be the best is gonna take over. Their competitiveness is gonna take over, and that's just what it is. What happened with Canelo? Something happened with Canelo? Yeah, when you in the same division and y'all competing for supremacy, they ain't no friends in this shit. They trying to keep their friendship for as long as they can. We know that shit gonna boil over eventually. Watch. Unless they like blood fucking brothers, like the Charlo brothers or like the Klitschko brothers, they bound to fight. They said Floyd Mayweather and Zab Judah was real close coming up. They ended up rumbling each other once they got in the same division, and they was both looking to be the best. This shit is no different. What happened with Canelo Alvarez? I see you wrote that a couple times already. So what's going on? Let me know something. You got some news? I heard Tank and Hitchens not cool. There's a lot of motherfuckers who ain't cool. Tank don't fuck with nobody. If you enter around his division, he don't really rock with you like that. You feel what I mean? He was cool with Earl at one point. Now he was talking shit to Earl at the Frank Martin, press conference and shit like that. Tank don't fuck with nobody, bro. Canelo fighting Eubank. Let's take a look. Is he gonna fight Eubank? I don't see nothing official yet. There's a lot of speculation. I seen 4 hours ago, if Canelo, this is a Tim Bradley quote, if Canelo Alvarez fights Chris Eubank Jr., he has a yellow streak. I don't know what that means. But I don't really see nothing official. Where you guys getting this information from? Who will win Twin Mel or Twin Mall? Man, who fucking knows, bro? Who fucking knows? I have been seeing it all over Twitter. I'm gonna have to get my charger. All right, nothing official. He just talking. Yeah, that's all speculation right now. I'm sure I would have seen, some type of report on it or something like that by now, but I'm not seeing anything, so I'm not going to confirm that. But if it's Chris Eubank, then you know what I mean. I'm gonna definitely be laughing. You know who I'm gonna be laughing at? Edgar Berlanga goofy ass. For sure. Because Edgar Berlanga swore he was gonna get that Canelo Alvarez fight. You only banking on the Canelo Alvarez fight. You act like nobody else worthy of fighting you. Puerto Rico versus Mexico. I'm a star. Canelo a star. That shit gonna sell. All right, when Canelo end up going to the UK to fight Chris Eubank and get a fucking bag over there, a much bigger bag than he'll get with you, then I want to see what move you gonna make next. Where you gonna go? Berlanga? You gonna sit back and hold Canelo nuts until he feel like he ready to fight you, or you gonna step the fuck up and fight a dog in the super middleweight division? Who you gonna fight? You gonna fight Jaime Munguia? You gonna fight Diego Pacheco? Who you gonna fight? You gonna fight David Morrell? You know what I'm saying? Who you gonna fight to prove that you the star that you claim to be? You ain't fight nobody. You ain't do no record breaking numbers. You never headline a pay-per-view, but somehow you this big star. because you sold out a small theater in New York, my nigga. Just cut it the fuck out. You ain't never sold nowhere else, and don't nobody know you outside of New York City. Not even in Puerto Rico, they fuck with you like that. You know what I mean? I be reading the articles. You know what I mean? I be getting them little articles translated from Spanish to English when I don't be understanding shit. And the general consensus is that you're a fucking clown. The general consensus is you're a clown and nobody rock with you like that. You trying to get your fucking, you trying to get stripes that you never earned, my nigga. So until you, yo, listen, man, hold the fuck up. I gotta stand up for this shit, because y'all niggas got me fucked up. Until you motherfucking fight somebody that the people care to see to prove that you a motherfucking top dog, you always gonna be a goofy, nigga. You always gonna be a goofy, and that's just what it is. Why don't you go fight somebody, nigga? Why don't you go fight somebody, nigga? Hold up. Hold up. Yeah, I'm trying to avoid as much light as possible. That shit all in the background and shit like that. You see what I mean? How the fuck Edgar Berlanga, this huge draw, all of a sudden he got the nerve to call himself a star? And I seen that he put out a picture like he's the best Puerto Rican. What the fuck he say? He said some goofy shit like he the best fighter on the East Coast. He the best fighter on the East Coast, my nigga. You not even top on the East Coast. Do you want me to name some East Coast fighters that's better than you, nigga? Like, do you really want me to sit here and name 10 East Coast fighters that's better than you? It's very easy. It's very easy. Shit, I can start with Philly. Jaron Ennis is better than you. Stephen Fulton is better than you. Shit, that's two right there. That's just Philly on its own. Shit, I'm sure I could find some other people from Philly that's better than you. Shit, Jesse Hart might give you some work, but I'm not even going to include him because it ain't like he did much. But, you know, at the same time, it's like 10 fighters, bro. The East Coast, Demetrius Andre from the East Coast, he better than you. You know what I'm saying? I bet you Andre Rozier would tell you that, nigga. Your former trainer would tell you that Boo Boo would beat your ass. You feel what I'm saying? Who else? Who else from the East Coast? Richardson Hitchens better than you. Ativo Burlton definitely better than Edgar Berlanga. Shout out to Lord Pretty Calvo. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. This shit not even close. Tubman Farmer better than you. Fucking, bro, I just named 5 people right there. Gervonta Davis from the East Coast, he better than you. Richardson, I said Richardson Hitchens better. You not even the best nigga from New York, nigga. Well, Daniel Jacobs, you know, he just lost to Shane Mosley. You know what I mean, he retired from the sport of boxing. Congratulations to, you know, Daniel Jacobs for retiring. You know what I mean? Going out on his own terms, and he made a shit ton of money. He got the Canelo Alvarez fight. He fought Triple G. You know, he made a shit ton of money off Chavez Jr. You know, he made some money. Bruce Carrington making better statements than Edgar Berlanga. What is Edgar Berlanga doing? What is he doing? How is he this big star y'all claim him to be? This motherfucker has not proven shit. Yeah, all these first-round knockouts against turkeys that didn't want to stand up to him. Then as soon as he got in there with a motherfucker like Damon Nicholson who wasn't scared of him, he looked like shit. Romer Alexis Angulo, he looked like shit. How the fuck is he this star that y'all claim him to be? Because he walking out with Fat Joe, nigga? He walking out with Fat Joe and then and then, you know, Fat Joe old ass on the mic. Ha, ha. Lean back. Bro, don't nobody give a fuck about none of that shit, bro. That shit is ass, my nigga. That shit is ass. Teofimo Lopez better than him. Yeah, he an East Coast nigga. Yeah. I don't fuck with Teofimo, but facts is facts. Like, Teofimo way better than Edgar Berlanga. You not even you might not even be top 5 in New York, nigga. Because I already know 2 niggas that's ahead of you. Richardson Hitchens better than you. Bruce Carrington better than you. Fucking Teofimo better than you, nigga. The fuck is you talking about? Stop it, man. I'm gonna be laughing at Edgar Berlanga. If Canelo Alvarez be like, no, I go to UK and he go fight Chris Eubank while Edgar Berlanga sitting here like a dickhead, bro. Edgar Berlanga gonna have to fight somebody, bro. That heat gonna be on that motherfucker. Ain't no way you gonna be calling out Canelo. You so sure you gonna call out Canelo. You sitting in Caleb Plant face acting like you too good to fight him. Meanwhile, he better than you. Nigga, like, you lucky he ain't slapped the shit out you right there, because you was talking about slapping a nigga and you saying the word nigga like you got any type of room to be saying this shit anyway. It's like, bro, cut it the fuck out, my nigga. Like, what is you talking about? Stop Motion MMA says, who you got, Khalil Ko or Atif if they were to fight light heavyweight getting smoked? Atif will beat the dog shit out of Khalil Ko. Khalil Cole, he not nothing spectacular. He got some power. You know what I mean? He got a little bit of skills and all that, but Atif a different level, man. Atif could do it all. Atif got just as much power. He's quick. You know what I'm saying? He's extremely intelligent. You know what I mean? Very elusive. Once he gets in a rhythm, he's hard to stop. He's athletic. Natural, the work ethic, bro. Atif spanked Khalil Cole in the amateurs. That's how Khalil Cole was number one at 178 at one point in time in the amateurs. And then Atif came and beat him and took over that number one spot. And then Atif lost to Raheem Gonzalez. You know what I'm saying? And Raheem Gonzalez became number one at 178. So to answer your question, Atif will defeat Khalil Cole. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there's many prospects at 175 that could beat, Atif or Burleson. You know what I'm saying? If anybody's going to defeat Atif or Burleson, it's going to have to be, one of them top tier guys. Yeah, David Morrell, bitch, Edgar Berlanga. That boy David Morrell was drunk than a motherfucker talking shit to Edgar Berlanga. You know what I'm saying? He wants nothing to do with them, bro. He wants nothing to do with them guys. I remember he was saying that he was Canelo Alvarez's mandatory. Meanwhile, I think Canelo Alvarez is like the WBA super champion. So technically, he don't got no fucking man. When you are a super champion, you don't have no fucking mandatories. Whole time, I believe Edgar Berlanga was the mandatory for David Morrell, and then he went quiet after that because I think David Morrell had the WBA regular title. You see what I'm saying? So, like, what we talking about, man? Like, if Canelo Alvarez goes to the UK and he cashes out after beating Chris Eubank ass in the UK, what are you gonna do? Because you were so sure you was getting the Canelo Alvarez fight. Now you gotta fight somebody, nigga. Now you gotta fight somebody. So what we doing? We gotta put this pressure on Edgar Berlanga, bro. Ain't no way you gonna be out here popping your shit like you some elite nigga because you know a couple rappers and you not stepping to the plate and fighting nobody. You gotta walk it like you talking, my nigga. You gotta walk it like you talking, cuz. Stop it. And I would bring him on this fucking platform and I would talk to him just like that. What we doing? Because you talk like you that and you not, nigga. So what is we really doing? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, David Morrell said that. He said, "You're so easy work, my nigga." Yeah, he definitely told him that. And it's the truth. Khalil Cole did start boxing late from what I understand. And, I think in the lead up to, him turning pro, I think that he did, from what they said on the zone, he did like 7 months for like a gun charge or some shit like that. So he had put on he had got to like 230 pounds and he was having trouble with his weight cuts and it was affecting his performances. But then, he got his shit together and now he's performing well. You know what I mean? But Khalil Cole did start boxing late. He's just he had a lot of natural ability. Now he's just, building the skill set on top of it. Shout out to Khalil Cole. I don't got nothing against him. I just think that Atif is on a different level. But maybe that's because I used to work with Atif. Maybe I'm being biased. I got firsthand experience with Atif. You know what I'm saying? So, maybe I'm just being biased. But I'm very confident that Atif is a lot better than Khalil Cole. Shout out to my boy Lorenzo with the $2 super chat, man. He said Berlanga a scrub. That's an absolute fact. Until you prove otherwise, bro, you're a fucking turkey, bro. You's a weenie, bro. I'm sorry. Like, you's a fucking weenie, bro. That's how I feel about a lot of these boxing niggas. These niggas be wanting strikes before they earn them. And it's like, bro, if y'all niggas ain't stepping up to the plate and y'all not fighting somebody, then use a turkey burger to me, bro. Like, I'm sorry. That's just what it is. That's the reality of the situation. You know what I'm saying? You got to show and prove. Boxing is what have you done for me lately? You know what I'm saying? And you got to show and prove time and time again to show how great you are. Andre Ward had to do it. Terence Crawford had to do it. When Earl was doing his thing, he had to do it. All these motherfuckers got to show and prove. These motherfuckers want their props before they even do anything. They just want you to believe that they nice without them showing you. That's not how that shit work around here. That's definitely not how shit work around here. He said, Billy Joe, Christian and Billy will give Berlanga gas. Because this is the thing about Edgar Berlanga. You know what I mean? He's a hard puncher. You know what I mean? If he catch you with a shot, he might hurt you. But, he's not the most durable motherfucker neither. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit here and call him glass jaw. I don't really like that term. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't got the most sturdy chin, my brother. You really don't. And I ain't want to make this live like a fucking me going in on Berlanga. We still got some other things to talk about and shit like that. But come on, man. Come on, man. Like it just frustrates me when these dudes come out here and they act like you got to kiss their ass or we got to acknowledge them as them being stars when they haven't done anything to prove that shit. There's no way I'm gonna call you something or acknowledge you as something when you've never shown me it. Like that's it's like the motherfuckers that walk in the gym, right? And they be like, "Yeah, man, you know, I just got out of jail, man, and you know, as soon as I got out of jail, I wanted to try, you know, boxing. I never lost a fight in jail, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to spar one of your best guys, and I want to show you guys what I got, man, because I could really fight. Ain't no way I'm gonna sit there and be like, oh man, you never lost a fight. Oh, well, you must really could fight, man. No, fuck all that, bro. You gotta show me. There's no way. Bro, I don't be believing words, bro. I don't. I think everybody a liar. I think everybody be lying. Until you show me you's a fucking liar, bro. Then once you able to show me, I'm like, all right, this nigga the truth. You know what I mean? Salute. I mean, dap you up, whatever it is, what it is. Yeah, he ducked Pacheco. Man, Diego Pacheco will beat the dog shit out of Edgar Berlanga. Facts. I'm very confident that Diego Pacheco, who I believe is very underrated, you know, he had a tough style his last outing, but, you know, there's some fighters that just make fights uncomfortable or, you know what I mean, they just make fights look ugly. You know what I'm saying? He went up against one of them dudes, but nonetheless, he still got the victory. And I think he's one of the most underrated dudes in boxing right now. I think Diego Pacheco is one of the most underrated fighters in the sport of boxing. And I think that his opportunity to show how great he is or how good he is long overdue. I think he should have been got an opportunity. He said Beck the Bully, legendary Ant says Beck the Bully walks him too. He definitely give him gas. He definitely give him gas. What Berlanga must do to improve? I mean, you know, I think that Berlanga that has to take the right fights. Because this is the thing, and I've been saying this for a long time. Edgar Berlanga didn't learn when he was getting all those first round knockouts. Everybody was piping him up. He's like, I'm a fucking monster. I'm a fucking monster. The whole time he was doing all that shit, he wasn't learning anything. Because none of them guys who was in front of him gave him any type of obstacles to overcome. So he's just, that's, like I said, that's like when you got all your game sliders up on 2K and you playing on easy. You know what I mean? You blowing motherfuckers out by 100 points and you're not learning shit. But, you know, when you put them game sliders where they supposed to be and you put that motherfucker on Hall of Fame, it gets a lot more difficult to get to the basket. It gets a lot more difficult to make them three-pointers. It gets more difficult to win the game. You see what I mean? So Edgar Berlanga was on game sliders, playing on easy the entire time, playing on rookie mode. So he didn't go through the moderate level. He didn't go through the hard level just to get to the Hall of Fame level. He just played on easy the whole time. Then all of a sudden they put him not even on Hall of Fame because he didn't even fight no top tier fighters. They put him on like the hard section of the like that mode. They put it on the hard mode, and all of a sudden he's everything that he was doing he's not able to do no more. He's hitting them guys with shots and they not going anywhere. You see what I mean? So now he's in a dilemma. He doesn't know what to do because he's never been in that situation. Those first round knockouts were the worst thing that could have happened to Edgar Berlanga in his career. Impressive stat. You know what I mean? That shit gonna go in the history books or whatever, but it's not paying off dividends in your career. And we're seeing the outcome of it right now. It seems like Edgar Berlanga is just starting to learn shit right now. And he has too many fights to still be developing as Edgar Berlanga got all those fights. And he's in the developmental stage as if he's like at the beginning of his career, like his first 10 fights. That's disgusting, bro. He's behind. Blood Raven said, "Are you Mexican?" No, I'm not Mexican. No, I am not Mexican. Why is that being asked? You got Munguia stopping Berlanga? Absolutely. Stylistically, he'll get Berlanga up out of there. Berlanga not gonna be able to keep up with that work rate and that aggression, and I don't think he's gonna have the durability or the chin to deal with Munguia's onslaught. That's just my opinion. I just think that fight is all wrong for him. Either way he asked out, bro. If he go to Diego Pacheco route, he asked out. He fight Munguia, he asked out. If he fight Morel, he asked out. Benavidez, come on, y'all. Like really think about it. What top guy in the division can Edgar Berlanga defeat? Can he deal with Caleb Plant? No. He might get knocked out by Caleb Plant on some real shit. He will get outboxed and he might run into some shit and go to sleep. I'm trying to tell y'all, Berlanga hits hard, but he can't take a shot himself. You know when Leonard Ellerbe and Mayweather was like, yeah, y'all motherfuckers might be able to dish it out, but can you take it? Berlanga is the type dude that he'll whoop your ass if you let him, but he ain't gonna be able to take that punishment that he dishing out. He not. I seen this man get stopped by a 154-pounder where he was a full-fledged super middleweight, bro, with 16-ounce gloves and headgear on. Y'all telling me he could take a punch from a super middleweight at 168 with 10-ounce gloves? Stop it. What Sergey you talking about? And you talking about Dervinchenko? That's a whole bunch of Sergeys, bro. I don't even fucking know, bro. Stop Motion MMA says, Jibo says, those first round kills is the worst thing that could happen to Berlanga's career. That's a fact. That's a fact. He didn't learn anything from that. And now he's just starting to develop as a fighter when he should be a full-blown contender right now and be a lot more experienced than what he is. That was the worst thing that ever happened to him. Facts. Stop Motion MMA says, I want to see Jalil Hackett fight Blair Cobbs. That's a good fight. That's a good fight. You know, Jalil showed a lot in that fight with, Pete Dobson. You know what I mean? He took some shots from Pete Dobson. He was the aggressor. He was coming forward. He was able to, have the effective aggression on his side. He showed a lot, man. And that was a pretty good statement from Jalil. It's not like he knocked Pete Dobson out or anything like that, but he did what he had to do to defeat the guy who, from the pro standpoint, had a lot more experience than him. You feel what I mean? So that was a good one. Tyrone Brunson had the same issue. Yeah, but at least, yeah, that's a fact. I know Tyrone Brunson personally. I mean, good dude. But yeah, and even Shannon Briggs, I think he got the most first-round knockouts in boxing history. Whenever he was taken into deep waters, a lot of the time he would drown. You said washed up AB had a better gas tank than Blair. No, he didn't. Blair was outworking him the entire fight, man. What you talking about? But Jalil may very possibly beat Blair Cobbs because one thing I can't dispute is that Blair Cobbs is definitely tired against AB. And AB was giving him a little bit of difficulty. So, I wasn't that impressed with Blair Cobbs, but Blair Cobbs did enough to beat AB. But Jalil Hackett is a completely different animal at this point in his career. You know what I mean? AB washed up. He been out of the mix. For real, for real. Jalil Hackett on the come up. He hungry. He wanting to prove himself. That'll be a good-ass fight. But I seen Blair Cobbs talking greasy about Jaron Ennis in his last interview. Talking greasy. Acting like, Jaron Ennis can't do that same shit to him that he was doing with everybody else. And he just talking cash shit, bro. Like, talking cash shit. Like, he want that opportunity so bad. And it's like, yo, Blair, like, I get what you trying to do, my nigga. Like, I see what you trying to get the best fights. You trying to get paid. You know what I mean? You want those opportunities. You grinding for those opportunities and shit. But it's like, dog, you ain't no top player in the welterweight division, my nigga. Like, that AB win, that's a good win on your resume because it's AB. But it's like, that don't warrant you getting any type of title shot or world title opportunity. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to beat somebody who actually credible. I would like to see, why not Blair Cobbs versus Brian Norman? That's a good fight. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not see that? That's more, if you're able to beat Brian Norman, then it's like, all right, bro, you cooking. AB, that's not enough. That's not enough for you to say that you cooking right now. I'm sorry. That just ain't it. I mean, AB been washed up for I don't know how long. You get in there with a Brian Norman, you able to defeat him. Now you cooking. You know what I'm saying? Now you got some shit. Stirred up. And now you can make a case for why, you know what I mean, you deserve a Jaron in this fight. But right now, that ain't enough, my brother. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But did y'all guys see that Terence Crawford was sparring Andre Ward? He said Brian Norman would dog walk Blair. Well, that's the type of what I'm trying to say is I'm not saying he could beat Brian Norman at all. What I'm saying is for him to get that ultimate opportunity against somebody like Jaron Ennis, who pretty much has the world at his fucking feet right now, he would have to beat somebody like Brian Norman. Mario Barrios, Stanionis. He gonna have to beat one of them type dudes. He gonna have to beat one of them champions straight up. If he's not beating one of those top tier guys at welterweight, then I wouldn't give a fuck to see him fight Jaron Ennis at all. You know what I'm saying? You lost to Alexis Roca. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, bro. Like Blair not cooking up like that, man. He not cooking up like that. And he a fellow, Philadelphian just like myself. He from Philadelphia. I used to train out of the same gym as Blair. When I was a young boy, I used to watch Blair train, and he was a weird dude. So I used to sit there and watch him, like, what the fuck he got going on? His warm ups used to be like an hour. He used to drink water out of like vodka, bottles and shit, glass bottles and shit like that. He was just an interesting character. Bud definitely. I was watching him, like his feints looked like they was on point. Obviously we didn't get to see the sparring session, but it was dope to see, Andre Ward get in there with Terence Crawford. I doubt it was anything, too crazy. They probably only sparred like 4 rounds for real. And most likely it was like technical work. But to see Andre Ward had that type of dynamic where they fuck with each other, where, they could give each other, he could give them some game and, give them some little pointers and shit like that. They got a dope camaraderie. Like they got a dope friendship. You know what I mean? It's dope to see Andre Ward, turn back the clock a little bit and, give back to the sport. And, just keep his brother sharp, man. That shit is dope. I want to know if they did any rounds, how many rounds did they do? And, I kind of already know. It was probably like some technical work or whatever. Yo, Ralph trolling like a motherfucker. But it's crazy. There's plenty of AB fans that will say this right here. Nah, Mark, AB wasn't focused in the Blair fight. AB next fight, we going to see 100% dedicated Broner. Bro, they've been rinsing and repeating that fucking theory about Adrian Broner for like the past 6 years, bro. No. Yeah, Boots wasn't not Boots. I'm sorry. I'm not even going to jinx Boots like that. They're like, no, man, AB, he wasn't focused his last fight, man. He like when he lost to Mikey. When he lost to Mikey, it was like, he ain't been focused lately, man. He could have beat Sean Porter, man. I'm gonna tell y'all, man. This fight he gonna beat Mikey. He gonna beat Mikey. Oh, would you like to make a wager, my brother? I bet you. Yeah, let's bet this much. All right, shake hands on it. Mikey Garcia beat the shit out of AB. Yeah, AB, man. I don't know what happened, man. AB didn't let his hands go. You let a couple. Then Adrian Broner get another fight. Man, he wasn't focused. He wasn't focused against Mikey, man. He ain't even doing interviews, man. He locked in. He focused. He focused. Then he go and put on the same performances over and over and over again. And AB gets so he's so delusional about being washed up that he'll tell himself that he won a fight that he clearly lost. Yeah, man, that motherfucker got up on that, was in that ring and was saying how he thought he beat Manny Pacquiao. And the only reason why they gave Manny Pacquiao the win was because they trying to do a rematch between Pacquiao and Floyd. No, how about Pacquiao just whooped your ass for 12 rounds and outworked you and got the fucking W as he should have? You thought you beat Blair Cobbs, bro? Blair Cobbs outworked you. He boxed the shit out you. He put you on your ass, knocked your tooth out and all. Another beat. Where the Boots detractors at? Anonymous, I don't see him. What they saying about Boots? Oh, okay, right here. He says, you say Blair has to be the top champion to get a Boots fight, but what top champions has Ennis beat to get Crawford? Bro, the problem is Jaron Ennis is the IBF welterweight champion of the world. He has a fucking belt. You know what I'm saying? And he was the number 1 contender for the IBF for well over a year before, they stripped Terence Crawford of his belt because he was in line to face Errol Spence. Terence Crawford beat the shit out of Errol Spence. Terence Crawford wasn't able to give Boots the opportunity because he was locked up in a rematch clause. So the IBF did what they did. They stripped Bud, gave the belt to Boots. Yeah, and Manny was out of his prime when he beat AB. That's a fact. But regardless, it's like, why does he have to beat top champions? He is a champion. That's enough in itself to get an opportunity against Crawford. Why not? The fuck? What top champions has Ennis beat to get Crawford? Nigga, he is a champion. He's the number one. He's the number one welterweight in the division right now, outside of Bud. So now what? Yeah, Andre got an opportunity, but it was against the wrong person, man. He like looking back on it, he ain't had no reason to be in the ring with no David Benavidez, man. He only had one fight at 168, and that Demond Nicholson fight, he had some bumps and bruises from that. He ain't had no business. He ain't had no business being in there with Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad, bro. Like he was supposed to get that Billy Joe Saunders opportunity. Billy Joe tested positive. He was supposed to fight. I don't know if it was Jamal or Jamel. I think it was Jamel. And something fell through where like his manager fucked up the contract or something like that. And Andre has had a lot of lows in his career with inactivity and just making bad business moves, signing with the wrong people. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate. Andre could have really been like when I was watching Andre on HBO at 154, man, that motherfucker looked like he was invincible. The awkwardness, the speed, the power, the leverage he would get on his punches, bro. Andre was a fucking animal, bro. You want to see Boots versus Mean Machine next? Why? Why would you want him to fight Igis Kaviaskis? What? I'd rather see him fight Stanley Onus. Just gonna keep feeding on former Bud opponents. He already got Delorme. He already got Evanesia. You want him to fight Mean Machine next? For what? I want to see him fight one of the champions in the division. We need the Barrios opportunity, Stanionis. Brian Norman wants some smoke, which I doubt. Put that on the table too. Like the next fight for Boots got to be meaningful, man. He shook that ring rust off. Come on, man. Let's get the real shit going. Let's roll the dice for real. You know what I'm saying? Let's roll the dice for real. Yeah, we don't need that Mean Machine fight. Just like Anonymous said. That's a fact. But you said stop motion said I want to see him punch on Crawley. Crawley in a fucked up situation right now, man, because he couldn't get past that eye exam. And Pennsylvania are real strict with them eye exams because they don't want to be liable for nobody losing their eye or going blind or anything like that. Hopefully, Crawley, after that double eye surgery, hopefully, he heals from that to the best of his ability and he's able to get cleared. So hopefully, he might get that Jaron Ennis opportunity. But, it's unfortunate. These things happen a lot. A lot of people don't pass the brain scan. A lot of people don't pass the EKGs. A lot of people don't pass the eye test. This shit happens a lot. You said in case Boots can't get them other fights. Oh, okay. Like last case scenario, worst case scenario type shit. I get it. Last resort type shit. I get it. Rouse said we need Boots versus Stanionis or Boots versus Barrios. Both good fights. Both good fights. But is PBC going to give Boots that opportunity when PBC could easily make Barrios versus Stanionis? And another thing, they talking about Manny Pacquiao about to skip the line and fight Mario Barrios. I don't know if there's been any confirmation on that, but, that's what the rumor's been. So is Manny Pacquiao going to intercept a possible unification fight for Jaron Ennis? Possibly. Possibly. You know what I mean? They're saying T.O. about to fight Norman. Bro, T.O. get that opportunity to fight at welterweight, bro, he going to hold on to that belt and not fight nobody. Mario can't hang with Boots. Truth be told, I don't think any of them champions can hang with Boots. I think the only nigga that could beat Boots is Bud. Nobody else could beat him. 147 and 154, can't none of them niggas beat Boots besides Bud. That's what I genuinely believe. If it ain't Bud, nobody doing it. If Bud can't beat Boots, can't nobody beat him. From 147 to 154. If you want to include 140, fuck it. They can't beat him down there either. T.O. can't beat Boots. Haney can't beat Boots. Ryan can't beat Boots. Isaac Cruz can't beat Boots. None of them champions down there could beat him. None of the champions at 47 could beat him. None of them champions at 54 could beat him. Nah, I ain't heard that new Danny. That shit gotta be ass juice though. You said Norman is tough. I'm sure he is, but he can't be no fucking Jaron Ennis. I'll tell you that. Definitely ain't beating no Jaron Ennis. He trying to, bro, he ain't say that, Lorenzo. He ain't say that. You lying. I don't believe you. He ain't say that. Yeah, T.O. gonna hold that belt hostage. He ain't unifying with nobody. If it ain't, he probably unified with like Bar. They think that them guys in the lower divisions, they think Barrio's easy work. Haney think that, T.O. think that, you know what I'm saying? They think he easy work. That's why they want that opportunity. They see what Tank did to him and they think they could follow his lead. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, he'll probably unify with like Barrios or something, but they don't want no fucking work with no Jaron in this, bro. No, ain't no way, bro. Lorenzo, don't tell me that, man. Stop. Stop, man. Chill. Yeah, Barrio's definitely fool. On some real shit, man, he caught Ugas lacking. You know, Earl Spence fucked that eye up. He re-injured the eye. Just like what Cotto did with Margarito. Pacquiao broke Margarito eye, his orbital. That shit didn't heal properly or wasn't able to heal properly, and Cotto just re-injured it. Same situation. Sean Terence said, what are your thoughts on people saying Boots gets hits too much? I even seen someone say Boots has no ring IQ. I don't think nothing about it. I don't really have no thoughts about it. That just lets me know that they're absolutely ignorant. And when you got somebody like David Evanesian who happens to be pretty good at punching in between your punches, he's bound to hit you. You're most vulnerable when you're throwing punches. And when you're a high-value puncher like Jaron Ennis and you're able to punch with him, you might have some success in spots. But, you know, at the end of the day, who accumulated more damage, Boots or Evanesian? Even then, like, even there was multiple moments in that fight where Boots was able to evade certain shots. But, you know, Evanesian did the same shit with Terence Crawford. He punched with Terence Crawford, was able to land some shots on Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford got hit by Evanesian too. Trust me, go watch that fight. It was more of a dramatic finish, but, you know, Bud got hit too. But nobody really wants to talk about that. I watched that fight. Bud was getting hit with some shots from Evanesian. Evanesian is not like some fucking crumb bum that's, you know, not going to be able to make contact with you. He's going to hit you. Because Evanesian don't got a problem with punching with you. And if anybody is proficient at punching with you, they're going to have some success in some spots. You know what I'm saying? That's the reality of the situation. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of casuals don't really understand that because they've never been in a boxing gym in their life. They never sparred in their life. They never threw a punch in their life. So you can't really expect them to know too much because they're not experienced from that standpoint. You feel what I mean? And they don't even got to be in the gym. They don't even got to spar. They don't even got to box. If they had any type of, if they even studied the sport, then they will understand why Boots got hit. Boots was fighting an inside fight. If you fight an inside fight, you fight a shorter fighter from close quarters, and that guy happens to be throwing punches with you. While you're throwing punches, you're bound to get hit. The more risk you take, the more you are likely to get hit. That's just how boxing goes. There's no way you're going to take as many chances as Boots does and not get hit. Now, when Boots wasn't punching, I didn't see Evanesian have much success landing shots. I seen a little bit when he was on the ropes and shit like that, but a lot of the time when Evanesian was landing, it was while Boots was establishing his offense or getting his offense off. Yeah, his eye cooked. His eye definitely cooked. Nah, bro, stop telling me Danny said that, man. Stop, man. Y'all trying to get me out of character, bro. I ain't doing that today. He said he had a full training camp for Bud and got slept. Okay. He trained for Boots for 5 weeks and got his jaw broke. What's the problem? He ain't had to take the fight. That's the thing. It's like Y'all want to clown Boots for fighting Evanesian on 5 weeks' notice, but Evanesian took the fight on 5 weeks' notice. So who are we gonna hold accountable for that? Jaron, Ennis, or Evanesian? He ain't had to take the fight. You know what I'm saying? He ain't had to take the fight. He took it. So what? It is what it is. As soon as you step in that ring, it all falls on you. It's your fault. He trained for Boots for 5 weeks and got his jaw broke. So what? What's your point? Devin might close Mario eye up with his jab. Shit, he might. Mario face break up real easy too. His nose get real swollen and he swells up very easy. Kind of like Tio. Tio swells up very easy too. He got real sensitive skin. And that's what I was saying, Ralph. Who would have stepped up the Boots on 5 weeks' notice? Because Cody Crowley had a full training camp. They didn't pass his eye exams. Who the fuck else better than Evanesian would have stepped up on 5 weeks' notice? All right, thank you. Thank you. Like these dudes, a lot of people, they don't think, and I'm not saying that's you, TRF. I'm not talking about you, but in general, a lot of people say shit and they attempt to degrade fighters and they don't even think through shit logically. Boots was supposed to do that. Yeah, Evanesian only had 5 weeks to train. Who accepted the fight? Did anybody force him to fight? If you take a fight on 5 weeks' notice and it don't go your way, that's your fault. Yeah, Evanesian definitely game. He rumble anybody. We know that. Evanesian been around. I remember when he beat Shane Mosley. I remember that. I've been knowing about him ever since then. And I knew that Evanesian fight was a tough fight for Josh Kelly. You know what I'm saying? And then when he got upset, I wasn't even surprised. Evanesian a dog. He been around. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of people saying Boots not ready for Bud and shit like that. Let's see how Bud looked August 3rd. He said, you want to see Boots versus Jen Sasaki? Who the fuck is that? I heard that name before. Jen Sasaki. I heard that name before. You want to see him against some Japanese dude? Okay. Welterweight. He ranked number 6 in the world. Yeah, he must have never fought over here. Yeah, he ain't never fought over here. All his fights was in Korea. Japan. My fault. Damn, he ain't never avenged that one knockout loss he got though. But it looked like he ranked in the WBO. Okay. 17-1 with 1 draw, 16 knockouts. He got a real high knockout ratio. Real young dude too, 22 years old. Who he got that draw against? He got a draw against a 3-0? What the fuck? He got a draw against a 3-0 when he was 12-1? I don't know. That's a little that boy a little bit shaky though. I don't know. That boy a little shaky. He about to fight in September though, against a 15-1. We'll see. I don't know. Okay, he ranked 3 in the IBF. That's what's up. Who you got, Lorenzo Simpson or Omari Jones? I don't know. I would have to do a whole field study on that and really break it down. You know what I'm saying? I would say that Omari's the favorite right now, though. But to really get like a real good idea, I would have to study both and really come back to you with an answer. But I think Omari's the favorite right now. Lorenzo been having some trouble, man. He's been having some trouble. Anonymous says Omari all day. Okay. Okay. But all right, y'all. I'm gonna get up out of here, man. Yeah, I appreciate everybody that came through and showed love to the channel. You know what I'm saying? I went on my little tangent about Edgar Berlanga. Seems like y'all, you know what I be peeping when I be going off, my viewership be going up. I don't know what the fuck be going on, but regardless, we got 18 people in the building. If you can hit the like button as soon as you come up out of this live, man, it'll be very much appreciated. Shout out to everybody who helped me get to that 2100 mark, who's been consistently supporting the channel. You see what I mean? That shit does not go unnoticed, man. Thank you very much. I'm about to go lay down with my son right now and just, relax for the rest of the night. Shout out to the nation and the mob. We definitely in the building. I'll be back at y'all with another video tomorrow afternoon. We're going to keep cooking on this Shakur Stevenson and Golden Boy situation. You know what I mean? Because nobody else is really doing it. So I'm going to definitely continue to cook on that. And I'll be back at y'all with another live tomorrow night as well. So be on the lookout for that. So I hope y'all guys have a blessed, beautiful night. You know what I mean? Y'all be careful. Y'all be safe out there in these streets, man. This MazUma TV. I'm out of here, man. Peace.